Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Diet Liberation Formula. And my name is Greg Johnson. My clients call me Mr. J, so you may do that as well. Hello, Mr. J here, and today I wanted to go through exactly what the Diet Liberation Formula is and how it's going to benefit you if you do it. So, firstly, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a story about what I actually have done in the past and the reasons why I created the Diet Liberation Formula. So, since 2005, I've basically been working with private clients long term to help them drop pounds fast, but in a relatively short space of time. And I do this basically not from dieting, but a purely holistic approach. So I'd get clients coming to me who initially wanted to come and train with me, but then when I sat them down and I looked at the diet and lifestyle, we fixed these problems first, and they were all problems that a workout just would not fix. Okay, so I did it from a completely holistic approach. The more I did this kind of thing with clients, I eventually stopped training clients completely and just focus on this, which is the Diet Liberation Formula. And I was working one-on-one with clients, and I was all the testimonials and the success and the feedback that I was getting attracted so much attention from people literally all over the country and even as far as the USA, with people who wanted to know how to do how I was getting the results with my clients by not even taking them into the gym. And it's all down to diet and lifestyle. So literally I've just turned this program into something that you can follow. So it's basically my brain has gone into this program, and literally you could just start doing it straight away. So it's fantastic for people who I can't see in person, that they can get this information and start making massive changes wherever they are in the world. So the Diet Liberation Formula is basically, it is what it says. It's liberating people from diets. So if you're stuck in the vicious diet trap and you don't really know what you're doing, and you want to get amazing results, and you want to do it long term and turn it into a lifestyle, then that's what this formula is. So there's me posing in a kitchen, and we'll just move on to the next bit, which is what we will be covering. And number one is we're going to be covering the 3 simple steps to get you clear on success. Number 2, we're going to go through exactly what to eat, when to eat, and where to start. So I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to be doing. And number 3, long-lasting lifestyle changes, not dieting. And that's the key. We've got to break free from this diet cycle and create a plan over 3 phases, which we're going to be doing, and showing you how to turn this into a lifestyle and not dieting. Okay. So why listen to me? Well, basically, I'm very, very confident in what I do based on the results I get for people, for what I've been doing the last many years. And to be honest, I've been featured in a lot of magazines, national and local, based on the results I get for clients. I really know what I'm doing. I'm confident I know what I'm doing. And that's because I get texts like this every single day. I get hundreds of texts like this every single year. Just for example, Emily Charmer, who was one of my clients, and she dropped a stone in the first 19 days, saying to me it's so easy. She loves it. Her attitude to food has completely changed. She actually called me a miracle worker. I don't take compliments that well, but that was really nice to get back and hear that. What was really great is her attitude to food had completely changed, and that's because most people think that they need to just go on this quick fix thing where they're going to be eating salads, and healthy eating can't be fun and it can't be tasty, and it's rubbish. And I'm going to be showing you what to do later on. Again, one of my clients, Kate, in her first 4 weeks, she dropped 25 pounds. She can't believe how easy this is and how much better she feels, because that's a really important point. Like, she just feels so much better. Like, my actual goal for a client is not for them to drop weight. The weight loss is actually a side effect of me getting that client as healthy as possible and into a good routine of eating highly nutritious food, but done in a way where it's tasty, which I'll be going into a little bit later. And again, just to show you that I do know what I'm doing, this is one of my clients, Brian, who dropped 6 stone in 3 months. He had it to lose, which is fair, but he's done amazing. Like 6 stone in 3 months is fantastic. I've never seen anything like it. And also Sarah Jane, his wife, 3.5 stone in the same time. They both are still getting results now, and that's just incredible to see. So let's talk about why you are here. And I know why you're here because I'm always asking my current clients, why did they start the program? What were you feeling when you first started? And to be honest, most of them came back with these sort of things. So you're up to 3 stone overweight. You might be 3 stone overweight. You might be more than 3 stone overweight. That's fine. But generally speaking, a lot of my clients are up to 3 stone or about 3 stone overweight. You don't feel that great about yourself. You lack energy right now. You just can't face another quick fix diet. You want to be a role model and educate yourself. You want to find your happiness again. These are the reasons why I believe you are here right now. And the truth is this. You feel like you've tried every single diet going. Every time I speak to a new client just says they've tried every single diet. Okay, and that's the problem. There is no diet that is going to make you succeed. It's all about breaking that cycle and understanding the fundamentals. Okay. Number 2, you don't really know if what you're doing is right. Basically because, everybody's just doing so many weird and wonderful things these days diet-wise that, what is right? There is no real right thing. It's just about education, which we're going to go into in a second. So number 3, you lack the right support and environment to succeed. We're going to go into, how my clients are with each other. So they're all in the right environment. They're all speaking to each other, and that's really important for success. And you don't put yourself first, and you're certainly not being a role model, which is key. The rest of the truth is you make excuses for yourself. Like, I'm a really big believer in doing something that doing something 100% that doesn't work is not going to make you, it's not going to get you results. So it has to be the right thing, but you might be making some excuses for yourself based on past beliefs. So you might be thinking, oh, I'm not going to do that, it's too expensive. I haven't got the time. It's not worked for me last time. All these things are excuses based on your beliefs, and you probably just don't know where to start. You need a structure, you need a plan, and you just need that to get started. And you also need help, and that's okay. It's okay to ask me for help. It's okay to ask the other clients for help. You just need help, and it's okay to need help. All right, so let's go into it. So number 1 is education. Now, there is no magic pill. You've got to stop wasting money on supplements, shakes, and pills. I remember once I was I used to go into this cafe, and there was a guy there who had dropped a lot of weight doing shakes. Now, the problem is there was no education. So I actually saw this guy about 6 months later, and he put half the weight back on. And that's because there's no education in what he was doing. So he finished and just went back to what he was doing previously. So it's not going to work. Also, don't believe everything you read. A lot of people now in magazines and social media are just kind of putting out tons of just new stuff like, this pill's going to help you, and these shakes are going to help you. And the truth is, you've got to stop believing everything you read, and you've got to build the foundations of nutrition. You can get amazing results just getting the foundations of the nutrition right, and I'm going to be sharing with you in a second. You've got to know instantly what the healthy option is. Appetite suppressants are a big no-no. You've got to stay away from things that are going to make you feel like you don't want to eat, because it's not about how much you're eating, it's about what you're eating to start with. And also liposuction, gastric bands, balloons have a massive boomerang effect as well. So stay clear of these. They're focusing on like getting weight off, but they're not curing the problem. They're not getting to the root cause of why you've gained that weight, and that's what you need to fix. All right, so you've got to accept where you're starting from and understand it's about the right thing at the right time. So like I said, when I used to get clients coming in who wanted to work out with me and train with me, I used to tell them that the workout is not going to be the right thing for them at that specific time. There were so many things that they needed to fix before they started training with me. You've got to be specific about your aim. So setting targets and sticking to them. And you've also got to stick to one thing. There's no point in, say for example, doing this and then getting sidetracked and distracted and then trying something else. There is no something else. You've either got the right nutrition, or nothing. There is no one thing that's going to help you. It's all about education and doing it. Okay, small steps each week. You've got to set small steps. When I was doing my GCSEs, I had to break things down when I was doing revising. I couldn't just do it all in one go. You've got to break it down, and that's what we do. We break it down into a step-by-step system, and it takes a little time to make big changes. Now, what I mean by this is, it's not going to take you ages to make big changes. As you've seen, my clients get really quick results, but it takes a little time to change the habits, and that's what I need you to do. So you've got to make a little time for yourself to change the habits, and then you're going to make big changes long term. So some common mistakes are starving yourself or stress. Now this equals a drop in muscle mass. This is really bad because you need muscle. You need to retain the muscle you've got. Even if you're female, you need muscle. You need it to look young, stay young. So you need to keep this as well, because the more muscle you've got, the more calories you're going to burn in the form of fat. So starving yourself or stressing yourself out, yes, you might lose weight, but it's a very unhealthy way of doing it, and you're actually going to drop muscle mass, which is really, really bad. Another thing is aimlessly cutting calories. This is going to send you on a complete hormone roller coaster. So it's not about how much you eat, it's about what you eat. So aimlessly cutting calories from eating the wrong things to start with is just going to keep you on a hormone roller coaster. So you're never going to really fix the root causes of why things are going wrong. All right, so quick fix by exercising more equals devastating results long term. I always see people rush to the gym to try and fix their weight loss problems, but it's not going to do them any good. They might get a little bit of good results short term, but it's not going to last. And if you're not focusing on your lifestyle as a whole and understanding what to eat, then that's going to be just devastating long term as well. All right, number 2, experience. You must change. So doing the same thing and expecting a different result is madness. So you've got to be putting what I'm telling you in the program into action, because then what you can do is you can take reference from it. So you take reference from the results, and then you can calibrate. So what I mean by calibrate is you can fine tune what works, what you don't feel is working. Well, everything works, to be honest, but you can calibrate and fine tune your results to do more of what's working really well. So you're gaining an understanding based on an experience, not just from reading something. So there's no point in just reading it and then not putting it into action. It's all about experiencing it, getting the results, and then you can just build this massive confidence around what you're doing, and you don't need to follow a diet ever again. So you also need to understand it's about how you feel too. Like I said, for me and my clients, it's about getting as healthy as possible, and then the weight loss and the fat loss and everything else is a side effect. So the looking younger, the healthy nails and skin, the fat loss, it's all a side effect of me getting you as healthy as possible with this program. It's quite funny, my actual goal for people was not to get them to lose weight, it was to get them as healthy as possible. But it actually just ended up like this, that people just drop so much weight and body fat that I turned into this Diet Liberation Formula program. So this is Kate just after 4 weeks. So as you can see, this is a progress photo. It's not a before and after. So I just wanted to show you what can actually happen in 4 weeks. So she's got a nice little hourglass figure going on here. Massive change in 4 weeks, I think. And she looks really, really good. And she just kept going and getting the results after this as well. Just to prove that to you now. So the results can be fast and they can last. So obviously Kate dropped 25 pounds in 4 weeks. And now, sorry, not now, but 10 weeks later, she dropped 37 pounds in total. So it wasn't a quick fix. She's continuing to drop the pounds over the weeks and keep it off as well. Another example of how the results can be fast and last is, this is one of my clients, Gareth, and this was him at the start. He was on day 5 and he's 9 pounds down. He's dropped a lot more weight since then. But I just wanted to show you because these two clients were very, very similar, Gareth and Brian. Brian was very similar when he started, but he's 3 months in and he's dropped 6 stone. So I'm just showing you here how the results could be really, really quick, but they just keep going. It's like unstoppable results. All right, so exactly what to do right now for you. You've got to remove all the refined sugar from your diet. You've got to add in green vegetables. You've got to make your food good quality, so good quality protein and good quality fats, as this will balance your hormones. If you've not got the right fats going in, there's lots of vitamins that your body can't actually absorb. So you've got to understand we're going a little bit deeper here than just calories in, calories out. All right, so number 3, filter your water, because tap water's got over 300 chemicals in it. So get yourself something like an Eva water filter or a Brita water filter and start filtering all those chemicals out of your tap water, because that's going to play havoc with your hormones as well. Eliminate processed foods. That includes pasta, bread, and pretty much anything in a packet, so like cereals and crisps. Get them all out. So number 5, keep it all as natural as possible. Go for organic, go for local produce. My clients all say that they spend less on this program than what they were doing before. So look for places like supermarkets like Aldi or farm shops. Look for places where you can get all this natural produce cheaper, and then you will actually save a lot of money doing it this way, because it's all family friendly. You don't need to really be cooking different things for yourself, because it's something the whole family can get on board with, that I'm going to go into a little bit later on. And also cook only with coconut oil. So stay away from cooking with these low calorie sprays. Only use olive oil if you're cooking for a very short amount of time, or put it on salads. But generally just cook with coconut oil, because it has a very low temperature threshold. Very high temperature threshold, so you can cook for a long time with it and it won't denature. So that's what you want to be cooking with. And you can get odorless coconut oil as well if you don't like the coconut taste. So, are you in the right place? And what I mean by this, are you in the right place mentally for making a change? Because, like I said, doing the same thing and expecting a different result is madness. So if you're ready for change and you're ready to change things up and get results, then you are in the right place. What are you willing to give up? So, you might have to give up drinking all the time, or you might have to give up eating at that sandwich place every day, and make some food at home and take it with you. You're going to have to do some changes, but also, what are you willing to add in? Are you willing to add in some motivation? Are you willing to add in inspiration to the group? Are you willing to add in health into your life? Are you willing to add all these things? And are you willing, what patterns are you going to change? Like I said, are you going to stop doing those things that you've been doing constantly, like getting that muffin with your Starbucks, or stopping off with that massive latte every mid-morning, or whatever it is you're doing? Are you willing to change these patterns, that you've been doing for such a long time? And the way you do change your patterns is you've got to have a structure, and you need a plan. Okay, so surrounding yourself with people who understand you and who are on the same journey as you is really, really important. And it gives you, helps with that structure, because you've got people around you who are going to help you. So you've got to follow a proven, done for you, step-by-step plan with zero guesswork. All right, and that's what this gives you. It gives you that step-by-step structure that is going to break those habits, and then you've got the structure of the people around you as well, who are going to inspire you, and you're going to inspire them. And you've got to stick to the plan, and you've got to ignore advice. That's why we create the groups within the Diet Liberation Formula, because it's all the right advice. There's lots of people out there who are giving the wrong advice. They're just saying it. All those people who just talk and talk about doing things, think they're know-it-alls, but then they're not doing it themselves. We're all doing it in the Diet Liberation Formula, and that's the key. So inspiration from me, inspiration from the leaders, and also inspiration from fellow clients. So every Friday, everybody posts in the group about their journey. So every single Friday, everybody's posting about their results, how they're feeling, and it's very inspirational right before the weekend. So it keeps you motivated over the weekend. It just works brilliantly. So finally, who is this program for? So I hope it's for you. If it's not for you, then that's fine also. But it's for anyone who wants to drop pounds, transform their lifestyle, and feel happy again. It's for anyone who has no idea where to start, or they just feel overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice. It's for anyone with a family, because all the recipes are family friendly. It'll save you time, it'll save you energy, and it'll save you money. Lots of my clients are always telling me that it's something that they've been doing with the family, and the kids love the food, the husbands love the food, and the wives love the food. Everybody gets involved with it. And I get messages all the time from a few females that do my program, and they say they've been cooking for the husbands, or even vice versa. And they say their husbands have just dropped like a couple of stone in the first 4 weeks as well, just from changing the way they're eating. So it is very family friendly. You're not going to be sat there eating something differently, if that makes sense. So it's for anyone who wants to break free from the diet trap and become the natural at doing it. Now, when I say the natural, what I mean by this is you've gone through the whole program, and then you just know exactly what you need to be doing. So you become just natural at doing the right thing, okay? It's for anyone who needs to find themselves again and regain confidence. This is about you. It's about changing you, and then you can be more confident to help your family or your friends and be the role model again, okay? So what would happen if you achieve results like this in just 12 weeks? This is Brian, and this was 3 months. He's dropped, I can't remember exactly how much he dropped in this photo, but it was around 80, 90 pounds in 3 months. Now, not everybody has that much to lose, but I'm showing you what could be achieved in 3 months. It's incredible. Again, his wife. So what would happen if you could achieve results like this in 3 months? She's 3.5 stone down here in 3 months. It's incredible. And this is just progress. This is not the finished article. This is the first 3 months of their journey. And that's what's really key. So, the 3-phase formula, what the Diet Liberation Formula is. And it's about breaking free from the diet trap and goal setting, okay? So we're setting goals and we're breaking you out of this diet cycle. So you're going to discover the 7 most important points for long-term success. You're going to understand exactly how to eat, first of all, because it's not about how much you're eating, it's about how to eat. And then you're going to follow a done-for-you game plan and structured cookbook. So everything is done for you. All you need to do is just follow it and get that structure into your lifestyle. And this is what I call the foundations. So that is what you need to do first of all. The second phase, we basically go through fine-tuning your calorie intake. So as you can imagine, the first phase is about building the foundations. This is about fine-tuning your calorie intake, because now we can calorie count or track calories very easily, but everything's coming from the right calories, not the wrong calories. So what this does is it balances out your hormones, so things like insulin, cortisol, leptin, there's tons, I can't name them all now, but there's tons of hormones that you need to be balancing for long-term fat loss and long-term health. Okay, so we're fine-tuning everything, and you're going to understand exactly how much to eat now, because everything's coming from the right calories. That's the most important thing. So now on this phase, you're going to be following a done for you cookbook with calorie breakdown. So every single recipe in that cookbook has got calories broken down and tells you exactly what's in it in protein, fats and carbs. So you can track so easily, rather than typing everything into like a MyFitnessPal. You know exactly what's in that recipe straight away. And all the recipes are family friendly again, like curries, soups, stews, salads, kebabs, burgers. There's just tons of just food that you can just get into your family lifestyle as well. So this is what we call the transition. So this is transitioning you into a lifestyle with it. And that's what a lot of programs are missing. They're not getting their foundations right, and they're not transitioning people properly. So number 3 of the 3-phase formula. This is where you're going to be hardwiring your new habits. So all the things you've been doing are just getting hardwired, and you're just going to be doing them. It's going to be like your new normal. You're also going to be learning the power principles. And what these are is, whenever you follow a new program, or whether you want to make changes, you're always going to experience the battle of people in society kind of saying, oh, why are you doing that, blah, blah, blah. And I teach you how to manage these people properly, and how to stick to the plan and stay in control of your own power and become the inspiration, and not get affected by all this like ridiculous stuff that people have to go through. Okay. Understand exactly when and what to eat. So again, we're going to be following monthly done for you cookbooks with calorie breakdowns again. So you're going to understand exactly what and when to eat. And in the natural phase, what this means is we're actually going to be going, when I say what to eat, we're actually going to be going into what you should be doing on days where you're not training, days where you are training. I'm going to be going into what you need to eat if you're just shopping, how to maximize fat loss if you're just walking around, if you go for a long walk. I'm going to be talking about how to maximize fat loss if you're doing low intensity training, high intensity training, and also resistance training. So I'm going to be talking about everything you need to be eating around those things. So what we're actually doing there is we're manipulating your lifestyle, and we're doing it in synchronized fashion with your lifestyle. So rather than playing on the fact that everyone's busy and we're going to do like a 15-minute workout because you're busy, we've got to remember that there's 24 hours in a day, and there's areas of your lifestyle where we can maximize fat loss in a way that we're kind of like cheating, which is really cool. Because say, for example, you're shopping, you're in a fat burning state, and if you're eating the right things that day, you're actually going to burn body fat while you're shopping. So this is how amazing this program is, in the terms that we're looking at this as a lifestyle, not, okay, we're going to fix it with a 15-minute workout. It's not going to happen. So we've got to look at everything as on a whole, and we go into massive depth on that in this phase. And again, everything is done for you, and you'll be following videos on this phase of exactly how to do all this in your lifestyle, and whether you're training as well. Because I know a lot of people, when they get to this phase, they want to get into training or a little bit more exercise, and I teach you exactly what to do. Strategically do things when you've got, say, exercise or a training session, or you're resting. I tell you, I go into massive detail in this phase. It's really cool. Okay, so I'm looking for 10 new people every single month who want to drop pounds fast, dramatically change their life, and get their smile back. So underneath this video, you'll see there's an enrollment ends in time. So you need to be signed up before that time ends. So basically we can get started on time with the rest of the clients. And also there is a button where you can sign up. So providing the space, it'll allow you to sign up, and you basically just click on that button, choose which option you want to go for, and then we can get started. I'll see that you signed up, and I can book you in for the strategy call. Okay, hope to see you on the program, and I'll speak to you soon.